Hey, can you hear me? It's so weird because I can't hear myself, so I'm hoping you can all hear me. Um, Welcome. This is exciting. If I sound out of breath, I am. I'm just so excited. I can't help it. Whoops. Let me work on that, Johnny. Oh dear. Hold chat, everybody. I got to figure out how to. There's Johnny. Okay. Michelle, let me get you in here. And I'm missing one. I need the other Michelle 1L. Okay, I see. Michelle 1L, say hello. Okay, there she is. Hang on 1 second. Make a mod. Did I get you all? Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, testing. Okay, great. It's so weird. So if I am broadcasting off StreamYard and I turn on my YouTube, Johnny, will that give us the eternal echo? Or can I turn up my volume on the YouTube channel? Sorry for the lag, everybody. And I'm fairly new to this. This is actually my second. Okay. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Uh-oh. You should mute on YouTube. Okay, I just can't hear myself. So I will carry on. I'll just trust. It's just weird. I can't hear myself. So anyway, I wanted to try out one of the products I got from Michelle. It's the Seth Apter lavender. And I've been making and selling papers. And I usually note that purple on this paper turns blue, but this looks quite purple, so I'm happy. I don't know what it looks like on camera there. So I tried it on like a craft paper. This is 32-pound bond paper, and it pushes the inks back. It doesn't absorb them as much. And so I think I could even dilute that even further. And then here is linen paper, which I love. Johnny bought, I bought a bunch from Johnny, and I love this. It just feels delicious. And I actually like that more muted tone. So Johnny, do you have more of that to sell us? It's gorgeous. It just feels so sweet. So that was the purple that I played with, and I will be giving away a paper pack as part of my prize, and I'll work with you on whatever flavors you want. Then I tried, which one is it? I have to tell you guys, I had a little wrestle session with Mr. Seth Apter, and he won. Anyway, I tried honey, but this isn't it. I've got it somewhere. So I was very pleased with honey. It did a nice job. I could even dilute it further. And what I want to brag about these, when you spray these, they're a fine mist. Super important for stencil work, because as you see, it kind of kept the pattern, its integrity. It didn't like bleed out. Now, some of the bleed out will be capillary action with your papers drawing it. But anyway, I'm just so pleased. So here it is on the linen paper. I really love that, Johnny. This is the 32-pound bond paper, which is much firmer, and you can do a lot with it. And then this is one of those craft papers. So anyway, what I thought I would do to kill time is work on something new. I think everybody calls these mulberry papers, and I don't know really what it's called, but I watched this lady do this, and she used all sorts of unique things. Sorry for my reaching here. And what I have here is a glue solution. I'm trying it thinner and thinner, and I've been really pleased with the results. I've sold all my papers, so I can't even show you an example. But after this dries, which probably take a day and a half, what we'll do is I'll just post this on Michelle's. You can kind of get an idea. But what I do is I keep it simple. I don't put a whole lot of glue on the base, and I do like a cross pattern starting from the center, working out. And I'm new to this, so if there are other tips out there, please put them in the chat. Feel free. So I don't put a whole lot on the base. Yeah, I'm just using a thin paper here. I meant to grab Johnny's linen paper, darn it, but I grabbed the wrong one, a similar color. So now I'm going to pour some glue on here, and I'm going to do the same thing, starting from the center, work my way out to the corners. And my husband and I are kind of silly. We like to sing. So maybe y'all can help us come up with a craft song, because, you know, I don't know about you guys, but I think in lyrics, for example, when Brooke said fodder, what came to my mind was hello, mother, hello, fodder, here I am in camp. I'm not going to finish it. Whoever finishes it in chat is going to win an impromptu fiber pack from COCO. I love to do that. I'm sorry if I'm breaking any rules, Johnny. And whoever guesses who the artist was who sang that "Lo, those many moons ago," eh, Brooke? Oh, you'll have to keep track. I'm not watching chat, so somebody will have to keep track of who is first. So anyway, I've got my layer of glue, and here's my little song that I came up with. I was telling my husband, you start spreading the glue. And what, he's laughing already, what came to mind when I say start spreading the glue? What comes to your mind? I want to see in chat. And now I'm going to use her purple on here. Give this a little, I'm afraid to pump it. Don't want to overload it. Whoa, that is some perp. Okay, I might give that a little push. I want to push it around a little bit. That probably was not a good idea, but we'll make mistakes and laugh together. So start spreading the glue. Yes, that's right. Let's all come up with the lyrics. I'm squeezing today. I'm going to make a brand new art of it in old New York. Well, we got to come up with some lyrics. So you guys help us come up with a theme song. Okay, so this is not what I intended, but I'm going to go with it. This is a tip. Save all your old spices, put them in a jar. This is just an old pasta sauce, and then save your Parmesan lids. I use this actually for drying my herbs, but I'm also saving all my old tea, my tea bags. But what's fun are the fennel seeds or anise, and you'll get those on there in that glue, and they change and they might bleed out, which is kind of cool. It adds their own little capillary action. And I might go over, so somebody just put those red stop signs up if I'm going too long. Okay, so I've got some nice little chunk on there. Now we want to add some fiber, and you can use threads. I just am cheating with very dull scissors. I guess this won't work. Hey, Ernie, yeah, can you get me some scissors that work? Any scissors that are sharp, those ones are really dull. But Johnny, I want you to see, I do truly save all my scraps and all my threads. And I meant it when I said, if you have any old ephemera that crumbles, please just scoop it up and ship it to me. I'll pay for the mailing, because I want to use it in some of my vignettes. Just to get that crumbled aged paper look. Thanks, hon. Say hello, honey. Oh, honey. They want to hear you sing, start spreading the glue. I'm crafting today. So anyway, to get the faux fiber look or grass, I just decided to try this. And I was very pleased with it. Liked and subbed. Can't wait to watch more. Thank you. Yes. Wait. Let me entertain you. All right, now I have been trying different dried flowers. These are chives, which I think they're safe enough to put on there. I don't think they'll. I think they're dry enough that they won't mold once they're trapped under glue. And then I saved some peony petals, and some of these still have a lovely fragrance. So I'm going to try real flowers, but I'm going to show you a method I came up with for cheating. And if this goes too long, basically you're going to cover this with tissue paper, another layer of glue, and then I go around and I spritz the edges to distress it further. Let's see, I love these little purples. Gosh, I hope I'm in frame. I'm not even looking. So I'm so organized. But what I wanted to show you is I was doing my technique, and at the end of all of the excess tissue paper, I added all the glue and inks. And so what that did is it gives you a faux rice paper with interesting textures. And then I use that, like pretending it's a flower petal. We'll just pretend it's a green flower petal. Yes, a little too much in that one area. And then I also add gauze and some other things which I don't have handy, but what's my time situation, Johnny? How are we looking? So for prizes, you guys, first of all, you have to be a subby to Michelle. I made some videos for prizes, and I'm fairly new to all this multimedia stuff. I dabbled with some art and, believe it or not, computer art. In our undergrad studies, multimedia, computer graphics, but I'm so woefully behind technically. Johnny had to really kick my butt in here, but I appreciate it, Johnny. You really are bringing me forth in the 21st century here. So I think this is probably good enough. 8 minutes. Oh, good, good. I'm very sorry I'm not reading chat. So I've been cleaning and I misplaced, but for all of you who are peeling napkins, save your tissue. That is what I usually put here, and it's a perfect dimension. But since I couldn't find where I packed them, I'm just going to use regular tissue paper, and I'm going to have excess. But like I said, any excess I dye and I use to cut up to put in these papers. And I'm finding the thinner my glue solution, the better. The recipes that were on YouTube were way too thick, and practically had to chisel this off the mat. So guess I could have prepped this ahead of time. I'm going to kind of show you a cheat method too. So anyway, what I'll do is do another pour in the middle. And you do want to be a little more gentle with this because you're dealing with a moist tissue paper. You don't really want to rip it. Rip it good. Dun, 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 dun. Come on, Ernie. You must rip it. When a tissue comes along, you must rip it. So we'll see if this viscosity glue is way too thin. So this is my chance to guinea pig. I don't know about you guys. I'm not afraid to try. Failing is our best lesson, I think. So let's see here. I need a little bit more. Now, in the winter months, these dried really fast, like overnight. But being we're on air conditioning now instead of heat, these take a little bit longer to dry. But they're really awesome. And then they'll be thick enough to run through your die cutter. And I've got a brand new die cutter I unboxed. Oh, thanks. So yeah, this will be kind of cool. I oversaturated with the purple, but look at the accident. It's hitting those threads and being drawn in. I guess we can tell what are the synthetic threads and what are the cotton threads, right, Pearl? So now here's kind of my little tip. I go in here. Let me do it with, I'm going to do it with something. I don't know, maybe I don't want to do that. I usually go in and along the edge and I add more color. So what I'll do is just spritz it here. That is a lot of purple. Okay, so now I'm going to also make sure I get those outside edges. And don't be afraid of the saturation, because sometimes things are just so much more vibrant when they're wet. And I speak like I know what I'm doing, but I am learning. So I'm just going to carry this all the way out. And basically what that does is it kind of distresses this edge. When you go to cut it, you'll have a pre-distressed edge for your signatures. So now, see all this excess? I don't know if you can see. Yep, you can see. All that excess, I'm going to push glue all the way out there. And I got this really great mat that I'm happy with. So don't know if Michelle sells these crafting mats. And I want to be careful. However, if say you pop your tissue paper, like right there, I need to get rid of that little herb bubble. I maybe do want to tear it. Okay, now I've created a boo-boo. You can actually go back in with a piece of tissue paper and glue and patch it. All right, how we doing on time? And what's the subby count? I'm looking at chat now. So you guys stay tuned. I will show what this dried result looks like in Michelle's, on her Facebook page, if that's right, Michelle. I don't want to blitz your Facebook page with art, maybe mediocre art. Okay. You guys been working on our lyrics? Start spreading the glue. I'm arting today. Okay, so here I have excess that's off my mat. I just fold it over and it'll become a thick piece. I can either use it because it's going to be kind of flexible like rice paper. I'm going to do the same here so I don't get my phone. So Chiquita, I think you got some of this stuff from me. She made the coolest thing. So all that excess on your green one, you can either utilize it or cut it up. But yeah, don't be afraid to squish your tissue in too for easier prying if you're using this. I've used wax, parchment, but this thing is phenomenal. I have no problem. It just peels right up. Okay, I think I'm done. Woohoo! So let's see how we doing. 6:46. Hey, Ern.
Yeah.
We got to borrow your phone and add to this count. We're getting closer.
Borrow my phone?
Yeah, we got to get her to 6:50. Come on, everybody.
Okay.
What did Peggy ask? Sorry. What do they call it? Mulberry paper? I don't know what it's called. It was not called mulberry paper when I was growing up, but it's going to be thick, kind of like what I think they call mulberry paper. And this is that rice paper technique, but oh, thanks. Actually, take it over there and I'll do it over there. Okay. What this does is it'll dry and be super flexible. And you can use it, being it has so many layers, this will be stiff. But when I do this with napkins, it's super pliable, just like a rice paper. Oh, thanks, Pearl. Thanks, everybody. Finale, here we go. We're going to Johnny's. Bye, everybody.